Good day everyone, this is Alvin again from the Philippines, and today we are going to talk about the Miss Universe 2019 complete ranking, and I will just be giving my opinion on which rank did this top 20 finalists finish based on their overall performance in the finale night. So before we continue, let me just say that if you love my channel and if you love what I do, you can always support me in my PayPal account, which is available on the description below. Let's continue. So unlike the previous editions, I truly believe that everything goes back to zero after each and every round. For example, in the top 20 speech, after the ladies give their speech and after the result has been determined on who will make it to the top 10, I believe every lady that will make it to the top 10, which will compete in both swimsuit and evening gown, all starts at an equal ground. And then after that, they will be getting the average, and then they will be picking the top 5 ladies who will compete in the final question and answer round, which will all begin at the same ranking as well. So that's what we view based on the new editions of the pageant. So in this video, I will be talking whom I think ranked 20th to 11th based on their opening speech, who ranked 10th to 6th based on their combined evening gown and swimsuit score, and who ranked 5th and 4th based on the top 5 question. So let's begin. My number 20, Portugal. I mean, her speech was funny. She talked about fainting and was rescued by Prince Albert. I love that she tried to incorporate humor in her speech and tried to talk about something different, but it doesn't really work for me. Great personality though, and she's beautiful. Number 19, Nigeria. She's got one of the most tragic but motivating and inspiring stories in the pageant. She mentioned that she is using her story to uplift the youth, then ended her speech. I think her speech didn't have enough. It left me wanting more. I wish she talked about specifics of the different activities that she did to help uplifting the youth. Number 18, Croatia. It was a great message, but it isn't as impactful and as strong as the others. But I like the confidence in her, and the last 5 seconds of her speech was good. Number 17, Vietnam. I think the message that she gave is both beautiful and inspiring. Of course, she is not a native English speaker, but I am glad she did her best. But I think the delivery is the main concern, because I don't feel the confidence, excitement, and conviction in it. Number 16, Dominican Republic. Great message as well, tackling on the issue of forced marriage for the youth. It was a great speech for her, although there are moments where I feel like she's nervous and not in her most confident self, to the point that her performance lacked some impact. Number 15, the Philippines. Another great content and topic about ageism, but let's be honest, she doesn't have that confident vibe in her, and she looked nervous all throughout her speech. Her face lit up right after her speech as if she was happy it was over. I feel bad because if she only delivered it in a confident, charismatic, and convincing way possible, I think she could potentially enter the top 10. Number 14, Venezuela. She started great in her speech, and the tone of her voice is very, very sweet. I actually thought that she could be in the top 10, but she stumbled and mumbled a little bit near the end with this batch, where everything delivered very well, the slightest error could affect, and it happened to her. Number 13, Albania. Her speech is actually one of the good ones during the top 20 speech, but if you dissect the content of her speech, she started with what she learned through her work with Ocean Care, then she talked about the importance of we, then continued on with the cliche content about working together in general and applying it in Miss Universe if she wins. But it didn't even tackle the specifics of Ocean Care, which I wish she did. I mean, it made me think that she just used Ocean Care in the opening as if she did something when it comes to advocacy, but then left it out like it was nothing. So I didn't like it that much, but the delivery and the content is good. So I would love, this is the reason why I placed her in number 13, because I think based on that performance, it's still good. But then again, if we talk about the specifics of her content, it is not as good as it is. Number 12, India. Her speech was also a top 10 worthy speech. She's got great energy, the confidence in her message was also great. I think the only reason why she did not make it is that the juries preferred other ladies than hers, but nevertheless, a good performance still. Number 11, Brazil. This is another top 10 worthy speech. She doesn't only look beautiful, but she also delivered a very well speech with great personality too. So among all those who did not make it, I think Brazil is the closest one in the top 10. Now let's go to the top 10 competition where they competed in swimsuit and evening gown, and these are my final ranking. Number 10 is Iceland. Personality-wise, I'll give it to Iceland without any doubt. But with her swimsuit performance, specifically the walk, it was very lackluster, and her evening gown look was very teen-ish to me. Number 9, France. Although I think she gave a decent performance in swimsuit round, and her evening gown was one of my favorites, but when it comes to leaving an impact, I think that's where she lacks. Number 8, United States. When I saw USA during the swimsuit round, I initially thought that she is going to enter in the top 5. Her performance, her look, and her body is the best in this group. And ranking-wise, her swimsuit performance is top 3 caliber in my opinion. But there's an evening gown round and her styling was bad. Her gown choice, terrible. And that definitely pulled down her score, which resulted to an elimination. Number 7, Peru. She gave one of my favorite swimsuit performance in this edition. And for the evening gown, I was expecting she'll change gown and bring back the wow moment she delivered during her national pageant, but the gown performance doesn't give that much impact as well, which again resulted to another elimination. This gown performance definitely pulled her amazing swimsuit score. Number 6, Indonesia. I seriously believe Indonesia finished in the top 6 because her performance in both rounds were amazing. Of all the ladies that did not make it, she is the one that I would consider as someone who could give a who gave a top 5 caliber of a performance. Great swimsuit performance, and her evening gown performance was also amazing. And let's go to the final round, which is the top 5 final question. Of course, we all know that Colombia, based on my previous review, she was asked about the most important issue in women's health, and as what I have said before, I think she did not answer the question directly, and during the competition, it was very obvious to me that she is the surest of all that will not go through the top 3. Number 4, Thailand. She was asked what's important to her, privacy or security. I have to give it to Thailand because the question she got is very difficult, and to be honest, if other candidates in the top 5, even South Africa, Puerto Rico, or Mexico received that question, I believe they will also find it very difficult to answer because it doesn't really require a very smart answer, but it depends on how you deliver your answer, and the content must be convincing. I mean, I think Thailand did well, but the reason why she did not make it in the top 3 because the other 3 ladies who made it in did better and gave a stronger answer compared to her. And obviously, we know Mexico is 3rd, Puerto Rico is 2nd, and South Africa is 1st because she won Miss Universe. So that's it. These are my complete ranking for Miss Universe 2019. And what do you think? I would love to know your comments and feedbacks about my personal ranking and how I rank these ladies based on their performance in the finale night. So hit the comment section below. Don't forget to give a thumbs up and share the video as well. And most importantly, don't forget to subscribe because you will be seeing more of these videos in the future. For now, thank you very much and have a wonderful day from the Philippines.